These are the kind of kids' music videos that can turn a simple song into a full, faceless YouTube channel. Bright characters, simple learning themes, consistent visuals, and videos that kids can watch again and again. And the interesting part is, this workflow does not need a camera, an animation team, or a traditional video editor. In this video, I'm going to use Atlabs to build a complete kids music video from one song. The goal is to build a repeatable format, so after the first video, we can bring the same character back for the next song, the next thumbnail, and eventually a full kids music channel. Kids music is one of those YouTube categories where simple ideas can become very repeatable. Counting songs, colors, alphabet songs, bedtime songs, animals, emotions. These are not one-time trends. They are evergreen learning topics. And when you look at successful kids music channels, the pattern is very clear. They use bright visuals, simple songs, repeated actions, clear thumbnails, and most importantly, recognizable characters that come back again and again. The real challenge is not only creating the song. A tool like Suno can generate a simple kids song very quickly. The harder part is turning that song into a full animated video that feels consistent, synced to the music, and good enough to become part of a real channel. That is where Atlabs comes in. Atlabs is a full AI video studio, not just a generator. You create the first draft, then polish it scene by scene with the built-in editor. No exporting to another editor, no stitching random clips together manually. Everything happens inside Atlabs. We can start from the music, let the platform analyze the track, create a visual direction, build a recurring character, generate the first video draft, and then polish the results scene by scene. So the first step is music. Inside Atlabs, I'm going to open the music video workflow. This is where we can upload an audio file or use a supported music link. For this video, I already created a short original kids counting song called Pogo the Penguin's Counting Song. This is the track we're going to use for the video. Before bringing it into Atlabs, let's quickly listen to a small part of it so you understand the tone.
Hi, I'm Pogo the Penguin, waddle with me through the...
The song is short, playful, and very simple, which is exactly what I want for this workflow. Now I'll copy the Suno link and bring it into Atlabs. Inside Atlabs, I'll paste the link into the music video workflow and click Extract Music. Atlabs now pulls the audio into the project, and the first thing it asks me to do is choose the best part of the track. Here, I can preview the song, adjust the selected range, and decide what type of music video I want to create. We have two options here, narrative and performance. For this run, I'm choosing performance because I want Atlabs to keep the video tightly connected to the music and give us motion and lip sync based generation options later in the workflow. Even though this is a kids counting song and not a traditional artist performance, the goal is still the same. We want the character, timing, and scenes to follow the track as closely as possible. After that, Atlabs analyzes the track. Here, it detected English as the language, a playful energy mood, pop as the genre, and a fast tempo. This is useful because the platform is not creating visuals blindly. It is reading the song first and then using that information to guide the next steps. Next, I move into the style section. Since this is a YouTube tutorial, I'll keep the video in 16:9. For the visual style, I'm choosing 3D cartoon because it fits the kind of funny, colorful kids video we want to build around Pogo. Then Atlabs generates a few concept directions. It also gives us a clean world for counting objects without making the video too complicated. In the cast step, Atlabs prepares the main characters, objects, and locations for the video. Here, we can see Pogo, a supporting fish character, a snowball object, and snowy locations like the entrance path, frozen pond, and starry meadow. This is the first moment where the workflow starts to feel like a real channel setup. Pogo is not just one random shot, he becomes the recurring character that can return in the next song, the next thumbnail, and eventually a full kids music channel. Now Atlabs asks us how we want to start, storyboard, video preview, or full video. I'm choosing video preview first because I want to check the direction before generating the entire full video. This gives us the first 25 seconds with motion and lip sync, which is enough to judge the character, pacing, and visual style before spending more credits on the full version. After a few minutes, the preview is ready. Atlabs opens the storyboard style view, where we can see the first generated scenes, the timing, the audio, and the visual direction. The important point here is that this is not the final upload yet. This is the first draft, the foundation we can now review scene by scene.
Hi, I'm Pogo the Penguin, waddle with me through the snow. Flap your flippers, stomp your feet. Come on, friends,
After checking the preview, I'm ready to generate the full video. So I'll select the remaining scenes and let Atlabs complete the full version of the music video. Now the generation is finished and all the scenes are ready. Let's play the final result and see how it came out.
Hi, I'm Pogo the penguin. Waddle with me through the snow. Flap your flippers, stomp your feet. Come on, friends, let's count to the beat. One little snowball, round and white. Two happy fish, splish splash bright. Three small snowflakes falling alive. Four big claps, now count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pogo the penguin loves to jive. Slide, slide, sliding along, counting together in a happy song. Jump up high and clap once more. Let's count together like we did before. One little snowball, round and white. Two happy fish, splish splash bright. Three small snowflakes falling alive. Four big claps, now count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pogo the penguin loves to jive. Bye, bye, see you soon. Under the stars and the snowy moon. Wave goodbye and wiggle alive. Pogo says, great job counting to 5.
This came out really good. The snowy world feels clean and consistent, Pogo is readable in the scenes, and the video has the kind of bright, simple energy that fits a kid's counting song. The important thing here is that Atlabs handled the full structure: the song, the scene breakdown, the character, the objects, the locations, the motion, and the final assembled video. Now that the video is ready, the last step is export. I'll open the export panel from the top right. Here, Atlabs gives us the final video preview and a clear export video button. Below that, we also have a few additional options, including download, preview link, and a Premiere Pro option. For this workflow, I want to keep the process inside Atlabs. The whole point is that we can create, review, polish, and export the video from one platform without turning this into a separate editing workflow. So I'll click Export Video, wait for the export to finish, and then download the final file. Now I want to create a second video because this is where the workflow becomes more practical for a real channel. The first video gave us the character, the visual direction, and the basic world. Now we can test whether Atlabs lets us bring that same character back instead of starting from zero again. For the second version, I already have another song created in Suno. I'll copy the link again, go back to Atlabs, paste it into the music video workflow, and extract the track the same way as before. This time, when Atlabs asks for the video type, I'm going to choose narrative. For the first video, I tested performance, but for this second version, I want to show a more story-driven workflow, where the song turns into scenes, locations, and character moments. Next, I'll choose the format. Since the first video was made in 16:9 for YouTube, this time I'll switch to 9:16 so we can see how the same idea can also work as a vertical video for shorts, reels, or TikTok-style content. I'll keep the visual style in 3D cartoon because consistency is the whole point here. After that, Atlabs gives me a few concept options again. I'm going to choose the concept that feels closest to our penguin world: simple, snowy, playful, and easy to understand. Now we reach the cast section again, and this is the important part. Atlabs generated characters for this new video, but we don't have to accept every new character as is. If I click on the penguin character and open the character library, I can find the Pogo character we used in the previous video. So instead of creating a completely new penguin, I can reuse the same Pogo from the library. That helps keep the channel consistent. The same idea also works for the supporting fish character. If we want the fish to return across multiple videos, we can replace the new one with the saved version from the library as well. Before generating, I also want to show one setting I accidentally skipped earlier. At the bottom, Atlabs has an option for the video model. By default, it is set to automatic, which means Atlabs chooses the best model for the job. But if you want more control, you can open the dropdown and manually select from different video models. For this video, I'll keep it on automatic because I want Atlabs to decide which model fits the current scene and workflow best. Now I'll generate another preview first, just like before. The preview is ready, so let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Pogo the penguin. Waddle with me through the snow. Flap your flippers, stomp your feet.
This is looking really good. The main thing I wanted to check here was consistency, and Pogo still feels like the same character from the first video. The format is different, the concept is different, and this one is vertical, but the character identity is still connected to the original version. Before I generate the final version, let's look at how we can actually edit the video inside Atlabs. This is the part that makes the workflow more useful than just generating one draft and accepting whatever comes out. We can edit specific scenes, adjust motion, change individual moments, and also control supporting elements like captions. So first, I'll show the captions, and then I'll open one scene and edit the motion directly. Let's start with captions. I'll click Captions, and Atlabs opens a set of caption styles. I can choose the style that fits the video, adjust the basic settings, and preview it directly on the video.
Hi, I'm Pogo the penguin. Waddle with me through the snow. Flap your flippers, stomp your...
Once I select a caption style, the subtitles automatically appear in the preview. This is useful because the text needs to be clean, readable, and not distracting from the character or the action. Now let's look at scene editing. I'll open one generated scene and go into the motion editor. In this shot, I want Pogo to wave at the end of the clip, so instead of regenerating the full video, I can edit only this specific scene. Here, I can update the motion prompt and add a clear instruction at the end. Pogo raises one flipper toward the camera and gives a small, friendly wave. I can also increase the clip duration, make it around 3 seconds, and then generate this scene again. The new version is ready, so let's check only this edited scene. As you can see, the edit worked. At the end of the motion, Pogo waves at the viewer, while the character still keeps the same face, scarf, body shape, and overall identity. This is why scene-level control matters. You can fix individual moments, improve motion, adjust captions, regenerate specific scenes, and keep refining the result until it feels right. Only after that would I generate or export the final version.
Hi, I'm Pogo the penguin. Waddle with me through the snow. Flap your flippers, stomp your feet. Come on, friends, let's count to the beat. One little snowball, round and white. Two happy fish, splish, splash, bright. Three small snowflakes falling alive. Four big claps, now count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that is the full workflow. We started with a simple song from Suno, brought it into Atlabs, let Atlabs analyze the track, chose the visual style, created the concept, built the cast, generated the first video, exported the result, and then created a second video using the same character for consistency. What I like about Atlabs is that it feels more like a full AI video studio than a basic generator. You are not only asking for one output and hoping it works, you can build the draft, review the scenes, reuse characters, keep the visual style consistent, and turn one video into the beginning of a repeatable channel workflow. If you want to start your own kids' music channel, I've linked Atlabs in the description below. You can follow along and make your first nursery rhyme or counting video while watching this tutorial. Your characters can carry across the videos you make, so later projects begin with more of the setup already done. If you found this video useful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what kind of AI video workflow you want me to test next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.